Drop out a slow moving vehicle here. And we're going to... I guess I'll see you when I see you here. Alright. Come. Alright. Alright. Oh, that was a tricky jump right there. There's nothing like moving out of a slow moving vehicle. Alright. I'm lost somewhere here. I'm at the Black Hills, South Dakota. And I'm going to teach you how to survive out in the South Dakota wilderness here with only my camelback, which I forgot to fill with water, and also I forgot my knife, so I'm going to have to struggle without it. So let's find our way back to civilization, shall we? When you're lost in the wilderness, one of the best things you could do is to, if there's a high point around you, is to climb up and see if you can get a bearing on the things around you. If you look around here, I'm surrounded by hills, and it's pretty disorienting, but I know that the sun is right above me to my right, and the shadow is right behind me. So that means if the shadow is right behind me and I'm looking at the sun, that means I'm probably facing to the west, which is where I want to probably be going right now, is to the west. So let's go on to the west and let's see what we can find here. Another thing you could do is, instead of standing on a ridge, is just to follow a stream. And I'm hoping to find a stream around here somewhere. Oh, it's getting really hot and sweaty, and the bugs are just getting nasty on me. And I'm low on vitamins, and I need a good source of protein, so let's keep on continuing. Alright, it's getting hot out here. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Alright. These right here, these are what they call monuments. They're here probably from ancient people, most likely the Native Americans who lived here before white people came. And what the Native Americans believed is, if you don't bury your poo, then the god of the bowels will be angry and you'll get sick and die. So they had a tradition of burying their poo underground and then covering a rock on it to mock so no one else dug it up. Oh gosh, it's getting hot out here. You know what? I'm going to have to take a monument here pretty soon too, so one thing in your woods is toilet paper, and that's another thing, is you always need to bring toilet paper. There's nothing around here to wipe my ass with, so I want to use these leaves down here. Actually, these are perfect for leaves, but you got to make sure they don't have bugs on them or ants. And you can see that little right there. See that little bug right there? Very high in protein, but it's not enough to keep me hungry. I can eat a couple more of these. Just, you know, it don't taste that bad because they're too small. But I'm going to use these to wipe my ass, so I have to make a monument myself. Alright, here's the situation. I've been walking for about a couple of hours now. It's getting really hot outside. As you can see, there's sweat going on, and since I forgot the water, we have to find some fresh water somewhere. And it's really hot here in the forest. If you look all around, and it's pretty dry. There's not much going on, but I'm miles away from civilization, and probably now. Well, look at this though, over here. There's a stream down here, and one of the best things you could do when you're lost in the wilderness is find a stream like this and follow it down, because most likely it's going to lead to a place with a civilization or a road which will leave you out of here. So come on. When you're lost in the wilderness, one of the best things you could do is find a stream nearby and follow it downhill. Many times streams run into roads or bridges, and that's a good sign that civilization's right around the corner. You've got to be careful when you're climbing on these rocks, because especially when it's wet, because sometimes it might be very slippery, and get along it. You know, if there's an easier way around, I suggest you take it, but right here I don't really have a choice. Water down here. This is a nice sight. There are many streams like this in the Black Hills. As a matter of fact, These streams are what make Black Hills famous, because miners in the 1890s, they used these to find gold deposits, but I'm going to use it to get water. Now this water is probably very dirty. It's probably going to give me extreme diarrhea and other diseases, but I'm so thirsty now. I'm going to drink it anyway. When you're drinking dirty water, you have to be careful. Oh yeah. Actually, I would not recommend it at all. What I just did was probably the dumbest thing I've done on this show, because I could get extreme diarrhea and dehydration, which could make me die. But in the case of this show, I'm going to show you how to survive. So I had to get some kind of water. Now, like I said, the best step is to move along. There's no signs of civilization in here, so my best bet is to move down the stream. Somewhere up there, there might be a road or a bridge or something, so come on. Oh gosh. One thing when you're in the woods, you've got to be very careful of this is poison ivy. Right here, you can see the 3 leaves, they're kind of glossed over. That's bad news if you touch it. I got poison ivy 7 years ago and I got a bad rash and it was everywhere. And believe me, it's not fun. But there's an old saying in the Navy that leaves are 3, let it be. Leaves are 2, God just do. And leaves are 1, it's much more fun. So it's a good thing to remember. Alright, let's continue on down here. Right now, I'm as hotter than a camel's nutsack in Saudi Arabia. And I need to find some way to cool me off before I really lose the control. It's easy to get heat stroke out here when it's this hot, so I must find some way to cool off. And if a good pool of water or a nice stream would do, if I find something, I'll let you know. Well, my fortune has just changed. Look at this. The beautiful Christine Lake out in the middle of nowhere. Now these lakes are probably cooler than it is outside right now, so one of the best things I could do to boost my morale is get in there, cool down, especially dip my nutsack in there, because dipping the sack, it really helps my morale out. So I'm going to get in there. Yeah, it's pretty cold. Now, what I'm going to do right now is dip my sack down below the water line, really cool it off. It's going to feel so much better once I get out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's really cool. It's really nice right there. Yeah, this is really good temperature. Perfect for hot days. It chills you off first, but I'm sure you're going to get used to it. Oh, oh yeah. Oh. Oh. There's Cope Camp right here. There's areas of warmth and cold. But sure feels a lot better than being out there in the heat. Alright, now let's continue on. My sack has been chilled. It's my second day here in the wilderness out here in South Dakota. As you can see, it's really beautiful here. Lots to take in. Lots of green around here, which means there's a lot of moisture. And lots of moisture is nice because that means there's always a plentiful supply of water. I filled up my camelback in the lake yesterday and I'm drinking lake water. I had extreme diarrhea last night, but I think I've overcome it now. And I took some little root right there that made me get rid of the diarrhea, but I'm continuing on here. I'm heading still due west here. I'm trying to find a way out, and I've been following the stream for a while, but I got sidetracked and I started getting lost, so I'm still on the stream, I guess. Well, let's keep on moving on. When you're lost in the wilderness, sometimes it's easy to get lost. That's important to know when you're up here in the Black Hills. I managed to make it to the top of the granite wilderness here in the Black Hills, part of the wilderness area, Custer State Park. If you look over there, you can see cathedral spires sticking up like giant needles. And I happened to stumble across some blackberry plants right here. These are very nutritious for you. The berries themselves are full in vitamin C, and unfortunately there's no berries on this particular bush. One of the things you want to do when you're lost in the ground wilderness like this is be careful of your footing. It's really dangerous right here. One slip and it could be your end. So look over here, some more ground berries down here, and you know, which is really weird. It looks like they've been kind of picked over, and there's, you know, hardly anyone up here. Oh, wait a minute, right here. I see it. Look at this right here. So, berry right here. Oh, that's going to be good. Now. Oh, yeah. It's full of vitamin C. It's really good for you right there. You can see those ladybugs right here too. And the good thing about the ladybugs is they're keeping the pest away from the berries. So come harvest time, this should be a great thing, but right now there's just no berries. So look at this. I've just found some sculptures on the face of a rock, which means I should be close to civilization somewhere. There's a good chance that I can make it out here alive, knowing that there's people's faces on the mountain. That means the people have been here before. Now I gotta find a way out, but this is a good sign right here. Civilization can't be far by. Oh, look at this. This is a perfect site. Doesn't look like it's been inhabited for years. There's probably no people within miles of here. But what I gotta do, it's starting to get dark out, and I need to create a fire. So, if I find a fire pit somewhere, that'd be an ideal area. I'm gonna use these two rocks that I just picked up randomly off the ground to try to start it. Let's go. Ancient miners in this area left their garbage in pits like this. This one probably hasn't been used since the 1800s. I'm going to try to start it right now using two rocks. And at night time, now the wood has been moistened because it rained today pretty extensively, but I'm going to try to start it anyway. It's not really looking that good, but it takes a lot of patience and stupidity. Getting a fire done at night is a good thing to do, especially when there's wild bears and deer around. The fire can keep them away and keep you safe at night. Alright, my plan B is to find something else to start the fire. Right now, I'm not seeing anything too promising, but I'm betting I could find something around here that I could do with. In these cases though, it's not really cold outside, but I'm going to make a fire anyway to warm me up. I can't really start with brush. It's got to be something. Oh, look at this. Some matches. Some soul was fortunate enough to leave me some matches. And now I have a way to start a fire. This is going to be great. You got to be careful and deal with these fires because a lot of time the miners left gasoline on the fire. But this is going to keep me warm. It's going to be great. Ooh. First of all, it helps to get the fire into the pit to begin with. That's going to be a great fire. Now I'm going to have to cook something on it. I just have to let it warm up for a bit while it heats up all the garbage in the fire. And it'll look great. I'll set up a camp here. I've got a little shelter built to help protect me from the rain. It's kind of cool outside. It was raining earlier here and there's a lot of flood that came down, so I had to build my shelter so keep warm. So I'm inside right now. I'm trying to keep warm. My fire didn't work earlier. It was pretty much a disaster. But I heard something out there earlier, like an animal, something sniffing around, and I hope it's not a bear, because I don't want to have to deal with that right now. So, well, yeah, the object is I just got to keep warm tonight and hope I find some place in the morning and hope I find my way out of here, because if that doesn't happen, well, I might just not make it. I've been walking in the Black Hills here for what seems like days. I've been pretty tired and I've been struggling to find some food. I've had plenty of opportunities where I should have been able to find some sign of civilization, but so far they've all eluded me. If I don't make it out here soon, I might not make it. I've got some bad news. I lost my backpack because I stupidly placed it by the river and then it got washed down and it was just too fast for me. So now I have to survive with only my clothes on my back. I'm not even sure if I'm in the Black Hills anymore, but I've got to find a way out. And the most important thing you can do at this time is keep your morale up, so you got to keep moving. But it's getting close to dark, so I'm going to need to build a shelter. One of the most important things you can do when you're building a shelter is build what's called a lean-to. And a lean-to is if you use a tree, say like this, and you put some branches around it, like that. You put them up along the whole side, and that should give you a good shelter from the rain. And actually I'm getting pretty tired. I'm thinking about taking a nap here. Not going to be too comfortable, but in the wilderness sometimes you have no choice. That was not good. I obviously didn't build the structure I was hoping for. I nearly got crushed. I almost made an accident in my pants. Yes, I think I did. I might have to go relieve myself really quick. Look at this. Oh yeah. This is a fairly large river right here. The water doesn't look too clean, so I'm not going to drink it because I had bad diarrhea when I drank from that lake before in that stream. All I need to do is follow this river down and hopefully I'll run into some road or something. So it's a good sign right here though. The best look I've had in many days. Look at this. Yeah, right there. Right there. There's the sign of my salvation. It's a playground of some kind. Probably for children. But that's a good way out right there. That means there's probably a road or something over here. So I gotta get moving. Let's skip my help up right now. Look at this. Right here. It's a road. I've never been so happy to see a stretch of dirt like that. Isn't that beautiful? Good chance that means that I'll be out here. The car should come along any minute now, and I'm going to get out of here. So looks like I made it out of this one again. So if you're ever lost in the Black Hills, just follow my directions, or I just did. It should get you out alive. So I'll see you later, next episode. If you're listening to this now, I didn't make it out alive. It was probably either because I was too stupid, I didn't eat the right fruits, I didn't eat the right animals, or the plants, or I didn't get enough sleep. Either way, I'm probably dead right now if you're listening to this. But the good news is you can watch our next episode at 9 PM Eastern Time on the Discovery Channel, where I'll tackle the Arizona-Montana wilderness border. There's plenty of danger there, and I'll show you how to survive. So catch me next week on the Discovery Channel, 9 PM Eastern, on Man vs. Wild.